Hi, my name is Joan Rogliano. I've been a realtor for about 30 years, and I'm the broker-owner of Rogliano Real Estate Group here in Colorado. I'm also a real estate divorce specialist, and that's a designation which was created fairly recently to help homeowners who are going through a divorce decide what is the best option for them regarding the marital home. We're doing a short series of videos on just that topic, divorce and your home. In our first video, we were talking about the importance of creating a team of professionals to help you make the very best decision for you and your family, because it's different for everybody and you need lots of information. Secondly, we talked about the actual costs of home ownership. And then most recently, we were discussing the pros and cons of buying versus renting. Should you decide to sell the marital home, you're going to have to make that decision, buying or renting, and there are pros and cons to both. So today we're going to discuss the opportunity of purchasing a home before the divorce is final, because this is a question I receive a lot and I've seen it work very successfully. But first, let me say I'm not an attorney, I'm a realtor. So your first step is to consult with your legal professional on your team, and he or she will be working very closely with you on this, and also with your real estate advisor. So the first thing everyone's going to have to do is create a full financial disclosure document, and this actually is just part of the divorce process. Each party does full financial disclosure, assets and debts and so forth. So that's step number one. Secondly, you will need a written agreement which your legal advisor will draw up for you. Within that legal agreement, you should be discussing the title that is going to be appearing on this particular property, and also the distribution of equity. This is to be sure that this property that is purchased while going through the divorce, but before the divorce is final, does not become part of marital property. So the third thing you want to do then is, again, consult with your legal advisor once you have this written agreement, and find out whether or not it needs to be submitted to the court for approval. This is sometimes a really good idea, because once you have court approval, then you should be pretty clear that there would be no future discussion about whether or not this property is actually going to become marital property, but in fact that it does remain the property of the person who is purchasing it. But again, be sure you follow these steps before you, be sure that you are consulting with your legal advisor. When you do that, then things generally do go smoothly, and it's a great time to buy, which is why this question is coming up a lot. Of course, interest rates are all at an all-time low, and prices are pretty darn good in a lot of communities. So that leads us to our next video, which is going to be discussing the basics of taking out a mortgage. So do hope you'll join us for that.